Hi, so today I'm very excited to be joined by Iain Russell, Head of Infrastructure at Edinburgh Napier University. And we may also have the pleasure of Milo and Sunny, Iain's dogs, joining us during the video. Hi, Iain.
Hi, Carol. It's a pleasure to be here in these bizarre and uncertain times. And yes, we might have the pleasure of the dogs.
Fantastic. Great. So Edinburgh Napier has over 19,500 students from over 140 different countries, and are supported by 1,500 staff. And they've continued to invest in the teaching and the learning facilities to help their students succeed, but not just while at university, beyond university life. What does this mean to you, Iain, and your IT team?
So it means that there's pressure on us to deliver a seamless IT experience for our students. And what that means is a continuous, secure access to all the relevant applications and resources that they need for their studies. What it means is it needs to be 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, because not only do we have domestic students who are trying to fit their studies around perhaps work or family life, but also our international students who are in different time zones. So it's all about secure and a consistent experience at a time that suits them to do their studies and have access.
Great. And at VMware, we've worked for many years with you at Napier, supporting you in this journey, from improving the student experience, quicker provisioning, increased security, to driving innovation. And it's no longer enough for a university to be judged purely on their academic qualities. Technology is now playing a really huge part in this competitive market, particularly around attracting foreign students. How has working with VMware helped you to deliver this improved student experience?
So you're right, the student experience is a key focus for all UK universities. And the National Student Survey results have just been released, and Edinburgh Napier sits 28th overall in the UK. And we're very proud of that. And not only that, but we're #1 university in Edinburgh for overall student satisfaction. So a student may bring multiple devices with them, which they expect to connect seamlessly with a modern, mobile and consistent digital environment. And security obviously is a core delivery from IT, both protecting the students and the staff. We've been able to achieve this with VMware's Horizon solution, which has provided the virtual desktops and applications through a single VDI and application platform, allowing for that improved user experience with the ability to securely access applications from any device. It's allowed us to provide exactly the same desktop experience, whether you're accessing on campus or remotely. So I think that's a great advantage for the students, knowing that they'll get that same experience. They're seeing exactly the same desktop, exactly the same applications, and they access it all in exactly the same way. So that's been a great boon for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
The university is also home to one of the country's leading cyber academies. So the IT team wanted a solution that would help to enrich the learning of these students, but obviously in a secure way. And the deployment of VMware NSX, which have achieved a number of business and security benefits, has been a big bonus to that too. The first of these is better resilience across our campuses. The team can now move applications between different servers to counter any disruptions, whether they be internal or external, and have dramatically sped up the provisioning of new infrastructure, which means the team can spend less time testing and setting up new servers and can focus on creating innovative new services that are going to further benefit the student experience. NSX has also allowed us to provide hosting services for other institutions, as it encapsulates all the security features required to maintain the integrity of our network, whilst giving them the reassurance that they're securely segregated in their own little bubble, NSX little secure bubble, if you like.
Fantastic. And we're obviously going through a really unusual time at the moment. And from speaking with other higher education organisations that are planning for the students returning, so students coming back to a new academic year, and we don't know what that's going to look like. It could be virtual. It just all depends on how we progress over the next few months. With already having the VDI and NSX deployed and in production for many years now, how has this helped Napier in that preparation during this really unpredictable time for your students returning?
Yeah, so in many respects, we're ahead of the curve a bit here, because as you say, we've had these technologies deployed for many years. So they're not only familiar to us, but we've services on the back of them too. It gives us that flexibility to very quickly spin up resources as and when we need them. We're not, because we've got them, we're not now having to investigate new services. So that's a bonus. And particularly for teaching, we have the ability to allow students to spin up virtual servers themselves with a variety of operating systems, knowing full well that they're in a secure NSX bubble and can't affect the integrity of the rest of the network. So for them, that's a very important part of their learning, to be able to give them access to servers as and when it suits them. We can provide that secure access to specialist lab applications, so students have as near an on-campus learning experience as possible. Because of this, the pandemic, there will be a blended learning experience for some of the students, because the social distancing doesn't allow for the number of students we have to fit into the spaces that we have on campus. So as I mentioned before, having that consistent, secure desktop experience, whether you're on campus or off, will be very important. And the other critical thing is that we have central control and can see everything that's happening, and we can keep an eye on how it's all performing, move resources about as and when it suits. Our biggest challenge, obviously, is going to be making sure that we have all the new applications packaged and ready in that virtual environment. So there's always plenty to do, Carol.
Yeah.
Well.
And it's been such a pleasure working with you and your team over the last 5.5 years, my time at VMware, and I do look forward to supporting you during this time and beyond. Do you have a final word for us, Iain?
I suppose just to say that obviously the student experience is paramount, and with VMware and NSX and VDI in particular, we can create that IT experience that's secure and basically just works. And it benefits everybody. Takes a lot of the strain away from what we do and gives the students that all important experience.
That's great, and that's what we're here for, to help you and support you during that. So thanks again, Iain, for joining us today, and thanks to everyone who has listened. If there is any additional information you would like on anything that we've talked about today, then please just reach out to me. Thanks again, Iain.
Thanks very much, Carol. It's been a pleasure as usual. Bye for now.